Starting off this list at number 10, we have Kenny Veach. His real name is Kenneth Lee Veach, and he was an American YouTuber who posted videos of his hiking trips. He only ended up uploading 5 videos in total, but interacted a lot with other hiking channels, which helped him quickly gain popularity. Kenny was very proud of the toll his amazing and difficult hikes took on his body. He even said it took him 3 days to recover from his hikes usually, and that sometimes his toenails would even turn black and fall off. Near the end of 2014, Kenny posted a comment on a video that explained that while he normally enters every single cave he finds, when he found one that was shaped like an M and began to enter it, his whole body began to vibrate, and the closer he got, the feeling became more intense. The feeling really freaked him out, so he ended up getting out of there as quickly as possible. After this comment, tons of other users encouraged him to try and find the cave again and fight the eerie feeling and go inside, and to make a video of it. Kenny did exactly this and made a video that ended up being his most viewed video, titled M Cave Hike. Unfortunately, he was unable to find the same cave again. Viewers were upset that he was unable to find it, and they quickly started pushing for him to look again, but there were a few comments begging Kenny to leave it alone and not to go back, fearing that he would be putting himself in a dangerous situation. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny set out once again to try and find the cave and explained to his family that he would just be going on a short overnight trip. Unfortunately, Kenny never returned home and the search began. His cell phone was discovered at the opening of an abandoned mine shaft, which many viewers thought they recognized from his M Cave Hike video. Unfortunately, since then the trail has gone cold and Kenny still has yet to be located. While it is extremely unlikely, I really hope that he is still out there somewhere, and hopefully one day we get the answers we're looking for and his family will get their much needed closure. Moving on, in our number 9 spot, we have the YouTube user Bill Smith. Bill Smith was part of the QAnon movement and posted a lot of videos that he claimed were secrets that the government doesn't want us to know about. He was an extremely frequent poster, so it raised alarm bells when he just all of a sudden stopped posting videos. He never gave any indication that he wanted to stop posting videos, and his last video honestly made it seem like he had every intention to continue, with him saying he will fight with everything he has and that he was all in. There are a lot of theories about where he could have gone that include him being investigated by Homeland Security, or if there were any truth to his claims, potentially being taken into custody. People also believe that if his channel did become active again, that it would be the government covering their tracks and uploading on his behalf. It's a lot of speculation, but at the end of the day, who is Bill Smith and where did he go? Moving on to number 8, we have the user Paranormal Lana, who also was known by the name Alana G. She was a pretty popular YouTuber with over 50,000 subscribers and mostly covered content that was either paranormal, spooky in some way, or real events. On September 3rd, 2015, her channel was just suddenly deleted, as well as all of her social media accounts. This quickly became a huge topic of conversation among other YouTubers who were in the same genre as Alana. One person began to point out that just prior to her disappearance from the internet, she had posted a series of tweets explaining that she had a pretty serious stalker incident, and she was having to change how her social medias were being managed. Although many cyber sleuths have looked into where she could have gone, no one is exactly certain of what happened to her. If she really did have a stalker, maybe disappearing was the only thing she could do. I just hope that she is safe wherever she ended up. Moving on down to number 7, we have Shima Luan. Shima Luan was an American YouTuber who worked for the channel Super Planet Dolan. It was an animated channel, and Shima was one of the most active characters on the channel and was well liked by those who watched. In 2016, in a video called The Future of Planet Dolan, they explained that Shima had suddenly fallen out of contact with the other people on the channel, but the last time they spoke, she was safe, so they didn't suspect anything bad. Of course, a lot of viewers didn't believe this and began to speculate that this was the crew trying to cover up her disappearance. In February of this year, a YouTuber called Scarce Theater made a video taking a look into Shima's disappearance, and one of the members of the Dolan crew left a comment that may have cleared some things up for us. The comment read, "It's sort of an unsolvable mystery to those who don't know her, because to solve it in a satisfying way publicly, we'd have to invade the actress who played Shima's personal life on a public level. No one who walks away from a job in entertainment wants to be dragged out in the public and shown around. That would be ghoulish. In respect to the privacy of others. All I can say is that this is one of the better videos on the topic. Everyone else fell into trappings of teasing ideas of conspiracy and horror. Truth is, we always had trouble getting folks to separate the cartoons from the actors. This definitely leads us to believe that Shima had her reasons for leaving the channel, but it truly is none of our business. It's easy to forget that some of our favorite creators are also real people who deserve to have their lives kept private, if they so choose. While we miss Shima's content, it's good to know that she is safe. Coming in at number 6, we have the YouTubers who went by Mac Adventures. They were a father and son channel with a destination of Area 51. In 2016, they had posted a video of them finally arriving at the Area 51 border. As they arrive at the border, a couple of agents in full camo gear pull up to them in a truck, get out with guns in their hands, and basically ask them to leave the premises. After the video was posted, they released one more video and then an extended version of their original Area 51 video, and then they went totally silent. All of their social media were blown up with people believing that the Area 51 video was fake, which has led some people to believe that they just decided they didn't want to continue creating content because of the negativity, but that's not what everyone believed. A lot of people believed that maybe they had just gone back to Area 51 and tried to get further into the closed off area than last time and ended up getting arrested, or maybe even worse. After a few years of people speculating and wondering what happened to them, last year there was finally an update. The son of the duo ended up doing a YouTube livestream where it was finally explained that they had just decided to take a break, and it ended up becoming more of a permanent decision than they had originally planned on. While this is sort of an anticlimactic ending, it's definitely the best outcome that could have happened. At our halfway mark in our number 5 spot, we have the user Kev Jumba, whose real name is Kevin Wu. Kevin was one of the first YouTube stars joining the platform all the way back in 2006, and by 2008 he was the 3rd most subscribed to channel. Kevin used his YouTube success to go on a season of The Amazing Race, as well as even landing a role in a Hollywood film, Revenge of the Green Dragons. He slowly began to post videos less frequently and eventually made his channel entirely private, moving his focus more to the other aspects of his career. Things took a turn though in 2015 when he kind of just entirely disappeared for a while. People began to get really worried about Kevin, and rumors began to swirl about what could have happened and where he could have gone. Luckily, we eventually heard from Kevin again, but in an unfortunate turn of events, he explained that the reason for his disappearance is because he had been hit by a car and suffered some pretty serious injuries. The accident left him with a broken spine and a collapsed lung, as well as a number of psychological injuries. He has since been focusing on his recovery and credits his dad for really helping nurse him back to health. While it is obviously extremely traumatic and upsetting that he had to go through this near-death experience, we're just glad that he was able to make it through and recover. Continuing on to number 4, we have Spy Kitten TV, who was also known as Dasha. Dasha made a lot of videos about the Illuminati and people that she suspected were members. Her last video was posted in July of 2018, and while all of her social media profiles remain up and active, no one has heard from her or seen a post since. It is possible that she just decided to leave the internet life behind, but it is kind of curious that she didn't leave any sort of farewell. People have speculated that she was exposing too many secrets and ended up being kidnapped or silenced by the Illuminati, while others believe that she met some sort of ill fate in another way. I'm sure those in her personal life know what happened to her, and while I wish someone could give us some sort of update, I suppose it really is none of our business unless they decide they want to share. Hopefully she's out there somewhere, and maybe someday we'll know what happened and where she went. Coming in at number 3, we have Marina Joyce. Marina was a popular makeup and fashion YouTuber and had a large 2.1 million following. People began noticing that something just wasn't right about her behavior in her new videos, feeling like she was more distracted. This led them to believe that she could be scared or in some kind of danger. Eventually people noticed a gun in the background of one of her videos, bruises on her arms, and people said she wasn't blinking as much, and even swore that they heard her whisper, "Help me." In 2019, Marina ended up going missing for 10 days. While she was missing, her boyfriend was tweeting that she was safe, even though the police had an active investigation into her whereabouts, and he tried to shut down any claims that he was acting suspiciously, even though it's super suspicious to say that a missing person is safe when no one knows where they are. After it was confirmed that Marina had been found, she tweeted that she never actually went missing, even though, like I mentioned before, the police were actively looking for her. She claimed that her suspicious boyfriend had been taking care of her. There are a lot of speculations about what happened and why she disappeared for that time, but she claims that she is not in any sort of toxic relationship and just wants her fans to watch her videos and stop worrying. Hopefully she really is okay and fans were just reading into things that weren't actually anything, but it's a super bizarre situation. Continuing on to number 2, we have Kaylee Elise. Kaylee was a true crime YouTuber who covered things like missing people and unsolved crimes. In 2019, we did get a heads up from Kaylee that she would unfortunately be leaving the platform due to some health concerns that she was facing, and in a live stream goodbye, she assured fans that she would keep her videos up for everyone to continue enjoying. This is all fine and well, but people got very concerned a few months later. In December of 2019, her entire channel was deleted. It caused a lot of fans to worry about what happened to her and if her health concerns worsened after she left the channel. Unfortunately, there hasn't been an update this year on what happened or what led to the deletion of her channel, but some people have begun re-uploading her videos so that people can continue to enjoy the content. Wherever she is, I hope she's able to take care of her health concerns and focus on herself. Finishing off this list, in our number 1 spot, we have the strange disappearance of Nicholas Sonderegger. Nick was a fairly small but growing YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers and was featured on the YouTube channel Explore With Us. Nick was 28 at the time of his disappearance and was last seen on September 7th, 2018 around 2:30 a.m. He had heard a female screaming outside of his home in Salton Beach, California, and went to investigate. After he failed to return home that night, he was reported missing the next morning. Some of his clothing that he had left in was found by the search parties, but it is still unknown what happened to him or where he could be. It's really upsetting that he obviously went to go and help someone who seemed to be in despair, and it led to trouble for him. It certainly shows his courage and bravery. There's a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to his whereabouts, so if any viewers have information, please contact the Imperial County Sheriff's Office. Someone somewhere has to know something about where he could be, and I hope that one day his family gets answers and closure. Starting off this list, we have Jenny Sook. Jenny was a popular YouTuber with 306,000 subscribers. She posted videos of her singing covers and some of her own original music. She has a beautiful voice and is usually stuck in more of an R&B genre. Her last video was uploaded in June of 2014, which was 6 years ago. She resurfaced for a quick moment on Twitter and Instagram in 2017, but has been radio silent ever since. There aren't a ton of speculations on where she went or what happened, but some people believe that maybe she is now creating music under an alias, or that she quit the music business altogether. Whatever happened to her, I hope she is doing well and is safe and sound. In our number 9 spot today, we have the YouTuber C-Day. Before I jump into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're liking this video so far. It really helps us out. C-Day was an extremely popular Fortnite YouTuber, and people loved his videos that really showed his personality and just how good he was at the game. He started as a Destiny player and really thrived doing that, but one day when the Destiny servers went down, he picked up Fortnite. He started playing Fortnite just as it was increasing in popularity, and eventually switched from playing both Destiny and Fortnite to just playing Fortnite. A few months later, his channel absolutely blew up. His subscriber count tripled and his views were huge. Shortly after this blow up, he began to take random hiatuses. In 2018, C-Day disappeared for a month, and when he came back, he explained that he had a tough month moving houses, but at least he came back. A little later in 2018, he took another break from uploading, but this time it was for 7 weeks. When he came back, he didn't really give a reason for his break, not that he has to, but then he went back to his regular uploads. For a third time, he disappeared off the platform for another month, and this time it actually began to lose him subscribers. He eventually came back, just like all the times before, and promised that he wouldn't disappear again, but all his videos were posted very sporadically and were of different games. In 2020, C-Day has only uploaded 6 videos, and his last upload was all the way back in February. This is definitely the longest he's been away from the platform, which has us wondering, where the heck did he go? Well, luckily C-Day has posted on Instagram a few times this year, so we know he is safe. He posted a story that said, "The longer I am away from YouTube, the harder it is to come back. I can't stand it." The last we heard from him was on Instagram in August, and he explained that he would be coming back, but he wouldn't be playing Fortnite anymore, which is pretty understandable for him to want to move on. He said he would start playing games like Fall Guys, but we haven't seen any uploads since. It's very possible that 2020 just got to him, or maybe he just lost his passion for uploading videos, both of which are extremely valid. Wherever he is and whatever he is up to, I hope he's doing well, and maybe we'll see him come back sometime in the future. In our number 8 spot today, we have the YouTuber Fearless. He started out as a Call of Duty YouTuber who uploaded videos of just his gameplay and not even any audio from a microphone. Slowly his channel grew and he began to add commentary and audio, and on April 21st, 2017, he uploaded a video called Kicked from FaZe that made his channel absolutely blow up. That video has almost 9 million views alone, but when Fortnite came out, he started playing it and his channel blew up even more, until he was at the point where he was getting 20 to 30 million views on most of his uploads. This is all to say he was extremely successful and very popular. He began trying to play other games to upload, but those videos weren't getting as many views, so he stuck with what people wanted to see. Eventually, the videos just stopped coming. His WikiTube page said that he passed away on December 12th, 2019, so people began to freak out thinking that he was dead, but that is not the case. 10 months ago was the last time he uploaded a video, but he has a fairly secret second channel that he live streamed himself playing Fortnite on just 6 months ago. Fans could tell during this live stream that he sounded very different. Everyone was super worried about him and thought that he even sounded like he was crying at the end of the stream. He said he left for personal reasons and that he was so nervous about coming back that his hands were literally shaking. In September of this year, he changed his profile picture on YouTube, which some people speculated meant that he was coming back, and a few months ago he posted a message saying, "People think I quit. Nah, I just need time. I don't like talking about personal things, so I don't want to get into it. Just remember that you never know what others are going through. I'm trying. Sorry. I love you." It's very obvious that Fearless just needed a break, because after all, he is a human being with a lot of other stuff going on. It is also virtually impossible to please everyone when 30 million people are watching your videos, and maybe that pressure just really got to him. In our number 7 spot today, we have the YouTuber Just Rain. His real name is Jasmeet, and he is a Canadian YouTuber who used his South Asian roots to inspire his content for his videos. He covers topics from pop culture parodies to commentary on race and his struggles with racism. His last video came in December of 2018, and after all of this, all of his social media accounts became inactive. There are some speculations as to where he could have gone. Some people believe that he may have given up YouTube in order to pursue a more normal life and get married and raise a family, but some others believe that he is working on something behind the scenes, and that is why he has shifted his focus. Well, it's kind of crazy to be making this video today because literally just a few days ago there was an announcement that gave us a conclusion to this story and some answers to the questions we've all been asking. Jasmeet has been working on a new comedy series that is set to come out in 2021 called Late Bloomer. He's producing the series but also acting in it, and it will apparently follow a similar storyline to what his life has been like. I couldn't be happier to know that he is okay and to hear that his YouTube hiatus has been for something so exciting for him, and I can't wait to see Late Bloomer when it comes out. In our number 6 spot today, we have Alan Tutorials. This channel is probably the weirdest thing I have ever seen in my life. The videos are of a guy named Alan who is making tutorials around his house, but they are all strange. I don't even know how to explain them to you, so you'll just have to go and watch them for yourself. As time goes on, his videos only get stranger. He does things like cutting his hand on a rusty nail but continuing to film the video with his bloody hand, and there's one where he destroys his entire apartment and then gets locked outside, and another one where it honestly seems like he's been kidnapped and is in the back of a moving van. His last upload was on December 12th, 2014, and then he just disappeared. The videos had me so creeped out that when I went digging on this one, I was kind of surprised to find out what happened. Well, it turns out that Alan in these videos isn't real. I mean, he is real, but he is a character being played by his creator, Alan Resnick. Alan created this series in 2011 and it blew up, with his last video getting 2 million views. Since the Alan Tutorials page has been inactive, the real Alan has still been working as a writer and actor, and his latest short film called May I Please Enter was released in 2018. It's good to know that the guy in the Alan Tutorials video was not real, because he was doing some pretty disturbing stuff, but it's even better to know that the real Alan is doing well. At our 5th spot and our halfway mark, we have the YouTuber called Magic of Rahat. I'm not sure if you guys remember this guy, but he started on YouTube in 2007, and it started with card trick videos and then moved to prank videos. In 2014, he played a prank on a homeless man named Eric. He gave Eric a fake lottery ticket and told him that he had won $1,000. Eric, being the seemingly sweet man that he is, wanted to split the prize with Rahat, but of course he declined the offer. This video blew up and so many people wanted to donate to Eric, so a GoFundMe was set up with a goal of $20,000, but it ended up reaching over double that goal. A few months later, another video was uploaded with Eric, and this time it was a video of Rahat giving Eric a house that was paid for by all of the people who wanted to support Eric. Flash forward a few years and this really took a turn. In February of 2018, a video of someone interviewing Eric was posted, and Eric let it spill that he didn't receive any of the money from the GoFundMe and that the house he was given needed constant maintenance. Eric said that he only stayed in the house for 2 months, and then the house was sold for $5,000 less than what was raised in the fundraiser. By the end of April 2018, Rahat had no activity on his channel anymore. On June 5th, 2018, Rahat posted saying that the money had been transferred to Eric and that he would post the bank statements to prove it, but that post has since been deleted. On June 11th, 2018, Eric had another video come out where he explained he didn't want any more of the drama and that he forgave Rahat for not sending any of the money, but later in July changed his mind and began accusing Rahat again. This whole whirlwind is finally reaching its conclusion, as on October 16th of this year, Rahat finally tweeted, "I'm still here." He ended up tweeting the proof of him transferring the funds, and on November 19th, he ended up releasing a video where he explained everything that happened and all the proof to back it up. Apparently, Rahat is now living in West Virginia, where he invests in real estate and owns a chain of coffee shops. Maybe he'll return to YouTube, but I could totally understand if he didn't want to. I'm just so glad that this whole thing with him and Eric has finally been cleared up. Moving on to number 4, we have Lael Hansen. Lael was a popular YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers and was best known for her reaction videos to rap and hip-hop music. Her last video was almost a year ago. It was uploaded on December 8th, 2019, and it was titled RIP Juice WRLD. In the video, she was obviously really upset about his passing because she was a friend and fan of his, and of course his death was very tragic. After this video, suddenly all of her social media profiles either went private, or on YouTube she deleted all of her videos and changed all of her profile pictures to just a black screen. While we still don't know where she is or what happened, the fact that she took the time to do this might be a good sign, since it means that this social media break might have been planned and a decision she made on her own, rather than her disappearing because she was in danger. There are a lot of speculations and rumors about where she could have gone. One rumor says that she was at an album release party last year and things got a little bit wild between her and someone else, and that caused her boyfriend to break up with her, which made her need to take a break from social media because her boyfriend was the one who edited all of her videos. This doesn't seem true though, because on her boyfriend's Twitter he still has a link to her website, and I'm sure that if she had cheated on him he probably would have taken it off of his profile, and she also probably could have just hired an editor if they had broken up. Others speculate that the passing of Juice WRLD was just a lot for her to handle and she needed to take a break for a while, which is so understandable. It might be a combination of the vicious rumor being spread about her cheating on her boyfriend as well as the loss of a friend that really just pushed her to the edge. I hope she's beginning to feel better, and I hope that her break from social media has really helped her with whatever she needs. In our number 3 spot today we have Victoria Flamel. Victoria was a Danish vlogger who posted content for people to relate to. She had a very popular channel, but in 2017 she just kind of vanished. She hasn't posted anything on Twitter or YouTube since 2016, and her last Instagram post was in 2017, so where did she go? Well, as of what I could find, No one really knows. The biggest rumor is that she got doxxed and needed to leave the public eye. Getting doxxed is when someone finds out all of your personal information, such as your full name, your address, your phone number, the names of your family, and then they post it on the internet for everyone to see. This is not only super invasive, but also unbelievably dangerous. Many people believe that this is why she left all of her platforms, and I truly don't blame her. It would be super scary to have all of your personal information out there, and I'm sure that she was pretty scared for her and her family's safety. This is all just speculation though, and I hope that she's been able to get the privacy that she obviously needed and deserves, and maybe one day we'll get a solid answer on what happened to her. Heading down to number 2, we have the user Let's Play Guitar. This channel started back in 2014 and gained about 1.65 million subscribers. The channel consisted of this guy teaching people how to play songs on guitar, and it was truly just a nice and wholesome educational content. His last upload came on July 3rd, 2018, and then he just vanished. No one really knows what happened to this guy or where he went, but rumors began to spread that he could have started a new channel called Fingerstyle Club. The new channel featured the exact same thumbnail as Let's Play Guitar and had similar videos, but the voice of the person really just doesn't sound the same, and also why would somebody start a new channel when they already have 1.5 million subscribers? In an even creepier and more sad rumor, some people believe that he may have passed away, and that is why his channel was left inactive. All in all, we really don't know where he went, but I hope he just got busy with his life and decided to stop posting, but that he is totally okay. In our number 1 spot today, we have Kate Yup. Kate was a mukbang ASMR YouTuber who started on the platform in 2018. For some reason, she was always blindfolded in her videos, but maybe that was just to protect her identity. Shortly before she stopped uploading videos, fans began to notice some strange behavior and bruises on her arms. This of course got people worried and rumors began to fly. People began to dive deep into her videos, and people could swear that she was sending messages asking for help and saying that she was eating as if she hadn't been fed for a long time. This of course made people believe that she had been kidnapped and was being forced to make these videos. Before she disappeared, she did make a comment saying that she was fine and that no one was forcing her to eat, but fans still aren't convinced. Kate's last video was posted on November 10th of 2019, and it featured her tooth literally falling out of her mouth, which then fueled the fire even more on this kidnapping conspiracy. At the end of the day, I don't know where Kate Yup went or what happened to her, but I really believe that these far-fetched rumors are absolutely not true and that she is still thriving and eating delicious foods every day. Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the channel Violet First. This channel is an American family YouTube channel that was created by the matriarch of the family. Their content includes prank videos, vacation videos, and some videos where they open and unbox fan mail. The channel has 563,000 subscribers, and their most viewed video has over 4 million views. They were a really popular YouTube channel that usually posted once or twice a week, but the last video they uploaded was on Christmas Day in 2018, so where did they go? Well, it seems as though they decided to stop making videos. Some theories as to why they might have stopped have to do with their struggle with demonetization on the platform, but other theories suggest that the son, William, who was featured in most of the videos, was just getting too old and didn't want to be in the videos anymore. Both of those are pretty valid reasons for leaving the platform, but it is also possible that they just wanted to explore other avenues. There's always the chance that they could come back because their channel is still active, as well as their Instagram and Twitter, but I guess we'll all just have to wait and see. Moving on to number 9, we have the user Kobanermanny. His name is Koban, and he was a gamer channel where he mostly played Sonic and Mario games. He has over 1 million subscribers, but his last upload was on May 13th of 2018. So where did he go? Well, although he was pretty private about his personal life, he actually did let us know what happened and where he went. On July 16th of 2018, he let us all know that he had left YouTube and actually ended up going to a mental health facility because of some of his personal struggles that he was going through, and he also revealed that he had been diagnosed with autism. He said he thought about making more videos, but it felt like it was too much pressure because he simply just isn't ready. Since his disappearance from YouTube, he has sometimes been featured on other channels and had a few YouTube stories, but he mostly remains inactive. I'm super glad that he was able to recognize that he needed help with his mental health and that he made the steps to address it, because that could not have been easy. I hope that whatever he is up to now, he is feeling better and happy. In our number 8 spot, we have the GWR Studios. This was a channel that mostly made videos pointing out little mistakes made in the Thomas the Tank Engine series. It was pretty wholesome content that gained him close to 200,000 subscribers, as well as 9 million views on his last video, which was posted on November 28, 2017. With such a successful video being left as his last one, it has me wondering, where did he disappear to? Well, the internet is filled with cyber sleuths who can figure out a lot of stuff. It turns out that he actually started a new channel called Neo Auto. This channel is basically just a car channel. I don't know anything about cars, so I won't even attempt to dive into anything further about that. After finding this out, I was glad he was safe, but then I had to ask, why would you leave such a successful channel to start from scratch? Well, we don't exactly have confirmation on it, but it is thought that his original channel might have been flagged for copyright since it features only content from movies and cartoons. If a video has copyright in it, you can't make money off of it, so it's very possible that he needed to create a new channel so that he would be able to use it as a source of income. It is also entirely possible that he just didn't want to make that type of content anymore, or perhaps it's a combination of the two things, or something entirely different. I really don't know for sure, but I'm glad that his disappearance from his channel had a pretty alright conclusion. In our number 7 spot, we have Miss Hannah Minx. Hannah was a YouTuber with over 600,000 subscribers who is known for her anime look, her cosplay, and her videos on Japanese culture. In 2013, Hannah just stopped posting on any social media and totally disappeared. She ended up filming a movie called Sleigh Bells that was released in 2018, but even the director and one of the co-stars have said that after production finished, she just totally vanished. They said that the horror community in LA is pretty tight-knit, so it's unusual for them to have not heard from her. Which leaves us all with the question, where did she go and why did she leave? Well, it is rumored that she originally left the YouTube platform because she was in a legal dispute with her manager at the time and ended up losing the rights to the Hannah Minx name, but that has yet to be confirmed. The other rumor as to why she never returned to any sort of internet fame is because during her hiatus, she found love and ended up just moving on and starting a family. While there isn't any concrete answer on why she left or where she's been, I hope she's doing well. Heading on down to number 6, we have Daisy Brown. Daisy Brown was a popular horror web series that followed a girl named Daisy raising a monster named Alan that her father created before leaving her alone. There are about 35 videos uploaded over a little over a year, with the final video being posted in August of 2018 and receiving over 1 million views. The content was strange, but very interesting and had fans really invested. The nice thing about this disappearance is that the last video was literally titled Final Video, which gave fans an idea that she would be leaving the platform. But who is Daisy and what happened to her? Well, as it turns out, she just ended the series. It really is that simple. Daisy is actually a woman named Julia Dapper, and she said she created the series as a way to experiment with and explore storytelling. She made the series while she was in school full-time, which is quite the feat. While the story of Daisy Brown might be over, Julia is still doing well and creating content and can be found on TikTok under the username YeetPolice8. That's such a good TikTok name, I'm so jealous. In our number 5 spot today, we have Beastie. Beastie is a gaming YouTuber with almost 800,000 subscribers. He uploaded himself playing video games like Red Dead Redemption and Last of Us. His last upload was almost 4 months ago now, and it was him playing the Ghost of Tsushima. I know that 4 months ago isn't a long time, but he was uploading around 20 videos a month before he just fell off the platform. His Instagram and Twitter also haven't been posted on in a while, which makes us all wonder, where did Beastie go? Well, while I'm not sure why he hasn't been uploading videos, the good news is that he is still active and has been streaming with other gamers. Making YouTube videos takes a lot of time and effort, and it's entirely possible that maybe something came up and he hasn't had the time, or maybe he just doesn't want to. Some people believe that he also may live somewhere in Texas, and with the recent Hurricane Laura that saw damage in both Louisiana and Texas, it could be possible that he is dealing with the aftermath of that, but it truly is just speculation at this point. I hope that he is okay and that we see some new videos go up up on the Beastie channel very soon. In our number 4 spot, we have SSTEAS. They were a YouTuber who made EAS, or Emergency Alert System, videos. Last year their channel was deleted and the EAS community was shocked to hear of his death, and an outpouring of support came to him and his family. But things quickly took a turn just a few months later. As it turns out, SSTEAS actually faked his own death, which is crazy. It's super sketchy to do that, so it had people wondering what actually happened to him since his channel was now deleted. Well, in an even crazier turn of events, he is actually in jail. I guess he must have faked his own death so that people wouldn't know what actually happened to him. I can understand wanting privacy, but it's still pretty crazy for everyone to have just been lied to about something like that. It looks like he'll be in jail for around the next 15 years or so, but I obviously don't know what happened super personally, so it's possible it could turn into a shorter or a longer sentence. In our number 3 spot, we have Red Keymon. Red Keymon was another gaming YouTube channel that mainly focused on playing Grand Theft Auto. He did a lot of stunt and fail videos of the game and quickly became quite popular with almost 2 million followers. Final video came on April 29th, 2015 and gained almost 7 million views, but then he totally disappeared. Fans were freaking out because it's obviously super strange for someone to have disappeared at the height of their success, and rumors were flying. Luckily, in 2017, he commented on that last video from 2015 and gave fans some much needed answers. He explained that he meant to just take a break, but the longer he was gone, the harder it was to come back. He thanked everyone for all of their support and explained that he didn't want to say goodbye because he hates saying it. He ended off the message saying that he's unsure if he'll ever come back, but that he hopes to. Well, Red Keymon, I know there's a lot of people who also hope that you do, but I think that everyone was just happy to know what happened and know that you were totally safe and sound. In our number 2 spot, we have FPS Russia. This firearms and explosives channel began in 2010, and it features Kyle Myers playing a character named Dmitry, who is supposed to be a man from Moscow. The channel was extremely popular with over 6 million subscribers, but the uploads stopped in April of 2016. There was never any official statements made on the channel before it became inactive, so fans were wondering what could have happened. Well, it's a doozy. In January of 2013, one of the channel's producers, Keith Ratliff, was actually found dead in the gun store that he owned. There still isn't a lot known about what happened to him, but of course this caused the rest of the channel's team to need to take a bit of a break. This was all the way in 2013 though, and they eventually began uploading again, but their videos just weren't the same. A few months later, Kyle's home ended up being raided by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives under the suspicion of him being in possession of an illegal explosive. After the raid, the channel definitely began uploading videos less frequently, and with a hiatus from April 2013 to January of 2014, but there was still activity the rest of the time, and the channel kept growing. In April of 2016, the last FPS Russia video was uploaded, and everyone wondered what happened. Well, for a while, Kyle was part of a separate YouTube channel as well as a podcast, but was having some troubles with firearms and explosives licensing, which is why a lot of people think he stopped the FPS Russia channel. Near the end of 2017, Kyle ended up being arrested because there were illegal drugs found in his PO box, and his home was raided and a bunch of his firearms ended up being seized. Kyle ended up being sentenced in June of 2019 to 2 months in prison as well as 2 years of probation. He ended up serving his time and has since been released and has actually been back on the podcast, which is called Painkiller Already. In our number 1 spot, we have Secure Team 10, and hold on because this one is a wild one. Secure Team 10 was created by a man named Tyler Glockner and was YouTube's largest underground reporting channel. He posted insane content almost every single day, and it honestly became popular for people to debunk his footage. Like the time someone showed how in an interview video, Tyler had just distorted his voice a bit, and it was revealed that he was actually just interviewing himself. Tyler began paying people off to stop debunking his videos, and apparently paid people to dislike the videos that spoke bad about him. After this, his upload schedule began to become more inconsistent, and rumors began to spread that he had some sort of drug or alcohol problem, which he of course denied. Then we saw a time where no uploads were happening and everyone was wondering what happened to him. Because of the kind of content he posted, people seriously thought that he might have been kidnapped by the government or something like that. but he suddenly released a video where he wanted to explain what happened. The video was basically just him explaining that he was having a hard couple of months and that he stopped posting videos because he was working on a documentary. He then said that he began getting threats and cease and desist orders to shut his channel down. He goes on to explain that one day he fell asleep and the next thing he remembers is waking up in his car with a police officer standing outside of it, just randomly charging him with a DUI, even though he claims that he's barely ever had a sip of alcohol. He then goes on to say that a short while later he was arrested again for domestic abuse, but claims he was innocent. This was quickly debunked when the police dashcam footage was released and it showed him crashing into a pole after driving under the influence, and you can also see him failing a field sobriety test, and he did end up getting charged for both of the things he claimed he did not do. I am not a judge or a jury, so I truly have no idea, but I'm just telling you what happened. Eventually all of the videos were removed from his channel, which had people once again wondering what happened. But as it turns out, he actually stole his logo from another artist, and it was on every single one of his videos. One of the channels that used to debunk all of his videos ended up buying the rights to the logo from the artist, so they were able to basically claim his entire channel and all of his merch and his Patreon, and they were the ones who actually removed the videos from the channel. Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have Angela Berger. Angela is a YouTuber who is located in the United States. She has almost 1,500 subscribers and makes videos of missing people and unsolved crimes. She tries her best to cover cases that don't receive as much media attention as others in order to try and bring more awareness to them, which is amazing of her. She was uploading videos pretty consistently for the last year, but her last video was uploaded 4 months ago now. There was no indication that she had planned to stop uploading videos, so fans of hers are questioning where she has gone. I went to her Instagram page and luckily it has been updated more recently than her YouTube, but it still hasn't seen a post since Halloween. Honestly, I'm not sure what happened to Angela, and there are endless possibilities of what might have happened or what she could be up to. Hopefully this is just a break and maybe she'll begin to upload again because her videos are so important. Wherever she is, I hope she is staying safe and doing alright. In our number 9 spot today we have Kevin Kevin. Kevin Kevin is an American YouTuber who posts gaming and commentary videos. His channel currently has 48.3 thousand subscribers and over 9.5 million views, but he hasn't posted on his channel for 5 years. So where did he go? Well, honestly, I'm not sure, but there is one popular theory floating around the internet. It is said that while his channel was active, he was also in school and working a job, which is a lot to balance for anyone. Apparently, he might have got a little too caught up in making videos and other areas in his life began to slip, which led to him getting fired from his job. It is said that he decided to quit making videos for YouTube in order to focus on his personal life and get things back on track. I'm not sure how much of this is true, if any of it, but it all does sound very reasonable. I hope that wherever Kevin Kevin is, that he is doing better, and maybe one day we'll get a surprise upload if he feels inspired. In our number 8 spot we have Priminik. Priminik is a YouTuber who makes commentary videos and is known for keeping their face and identity a secret. Their first video came in 2018 and they quickly gained popularity, but 8 months ago they just stopped posting on YouTube and fans began to wonder where they went. Once I went to Twitter, I was able to find some answers. They're still very active on Twitter, and while they haven't made an extremely long explanation of where they went, one of their tweets really just sums it up for us. On July 10th, they tweeted, "New video will come. I've been sad and tired and I ate a lot of Taco Bell. Ah." Honestly, this is something that I think we can all relate to in one way or another. Unfortunately, there still hasn't been another upload, and honestly, there may never be. But the important thing is that Priminik is doing what they need to do in order to be happy and healthy. I'm just glad that we all have some answers to all of our questions. Also, in other good news, their channel has surpassed 1 million subscribers even after being on a hiatus. This really is a sign of just how much fans love their content. In our number 7 spot, we have Grumpy G. Grumpy G-san, whose real name was actually Bruce Wayne, which is the coolest name ever, was a wonderful older gentleman who made videos on anime. He was very well loved by anime fans and truly was an internet gem. He began posting in 2007 and his last upload came on May 19th, 2011, and it currently has over 40,000 views. His videos would show him discussing different animes while also outside in some sort of nature scene, and always with a hat and carrying a backpack. Fans were concerned when he suddenly stopped posting videos to his channel and began to wonder where he could have gone. Well, it turns out that Bruce had very severe arthritis in his hands that caused him to be unable to continue with YouTube. He continued to follow anime as it truly was his passion. In 2014, Bruce's grandson gave the internet an update. Bruce had unfortunately passed away on January 4th of 2014 at age 89. He was surrounded by all those who loved him. In our number 6 spot today we have Grade A Under A. Grade A Under A is an English channel that made animated comedy videos. They have 3.7 million subscribers and were getting millions of views on every video. While their videos weren't being uploaded super consistently, there was a definite hiatus from March of 2019 to May of this year. When they returned, they explained that they were having a hard time and that they needed to take a break to sort out some things, but that they were back. This was obviously super exciting to the fans who had been missing the channel's uploads. Things took a turn though in June of this year when a video was uploaded to the channel explaining that it was being demonetized. The video description said that the channel had 96 public videos. One of the videos was partially eligible for monetization, 4 were fully eligible, but the rest of the 91 videos were completely ineligible. There was one more upload that came a few days after on June 30th, but that was the last that we have seen. I'm not exactly sure where Grade A Under A has gone, to be honest, but there are 2 theories that I believe are the most likely. One is that possibly his struggles with mental health that he had discussed in the past have become something that he needs to prioritize again. His health is obviously the most important thing and should definitely be taken care of. The other theory is that the demonetization is what led to this disappearance, which is also a super valid theory. If he's not making money off of his videos, it's possible he's busy with another job in order to support himself, or perhaps he's creating new ideas and content that he'll be able to monetize. At the end of the day, both of these theories could be incorrect, but I truly hope that he is doing well and maybe we'll get an update one day. In our number 5 spot today we have TV Filthy Frank. TV Filthy Frank was a controversial YouTube channel. Filthy Frank was a satirical character played by George Miller who is meant to embody basically just everything that you don't want a person to be. In 2017 his videos stopped coming, which had people very concerned. It was quickly found out that he has had some health concerns that he needed to attend to, so he wouldn't be posting videos anymore. But where is he in 2020? Well, George has left Filthy Frank and has gone on to start a music career under the artist name Joji. He creates music that is described as trip-hop or lo-fi, and George has said that the music he used to make for the characters was fun, but now he gets to make music that is more true to himself. It's great that George has been able to find success doing something he loves so much and is able to create art that he believes is an authentic reflection of himself. He has also teased that it is possible we will see a Filthy Frank return, so who knows. In our number 4 spot today we have Mr. G-Star 321. Mr. G-Star was an Australian gaming YouTuber who mostly played Mortal Kombat. He would upload pretty regularly, but in July of 2018 his videos just abruptly stopped. Fans of Mr. G-Star began to worry about where he had gone and made some speculations. Some people believe that the Mortal Kombat content may have been too heavily monitored, which made it difficult to make videos, and this possibly led him to just stopping altogether. Honestly, I don't know where Mr. G-Star went or what happened to him. I know that periodically people will see his gamer tag, but who knows if that's just really him or someone who stole the name. There has to be some answers out there somewhere, so please leave a comment down below if you have any more information than I do, because I'm sure we would all love to know what happened. In our number 3 spot today we have That Guy Who Camps. That Guy Who Camps is an American gaming YouTuber with 336,000 subscribers. He started in 2009 and gained a decent amount of subscribers quickly. In November of 2013, he just disappeared off the platform that had everyone wondering where he went. Well, in April of this year, 7 years later, he made a huge comeback and uploaded a video explaining to everyone where he had gone. He talked about how the things he was going through really just became too much for him to handle, and he was too emotionally unstable to be uploading videos. He spoke about being diagnosed with alopecia universalis at 15, how one of his parents had a mental breakdown and the other parent wasn't there for him, and how he had met a girl online and flew out to meet her but it didn't end well and he ended up leaving feeling very heartbroken. It was really nice to finally find out where he had gone and to see him continue his regular uploads, but 5 months ago was the last time he posted, which seems like he has disappeared again. I'm not exactly sure where he has gone to, but 2020 has has been a lot for most people, so it's extremely possible that he just needs another break. I read the comments on his last video and it was so nice to see everyone wishing him well and hoping for his return whenever he feels ready. In our number 2 spot today we have Drinking with Bob. Drinking with Bob was an interesting channel to say the least. It featured a guy named Bob who lives in New York just ranting and yelling at the webcam about social and political issues. He was actually pretty popular and ended up gaining over 40,000 subscribers to his channel before it was just suddenly deleted. Fans of his videos were super confused when all of a sudden he just disappeared. I can't tell you exactly where Bob ended up, but here's what I know. After his YouTube disappearance, he ended up running for mayor of New York City, but ended up losing the race. Since then, not a lot is publicly known about where he ended up, but there is a rumor floating around that he has gone on to become a teacher. Whether he was a teacher while he was active on YouTube or not is unclear. While I wish I had more information to give you on what Bob is up to now, it's entirely possible that he intentionally made it difficult to find him, and in that case I want to respect his privacy as much as possible. I hope wherever he is thriving. In our number 1 spot today we have the channel Actually Happened. Actually Happened is an animated account that claims to tell the real stories of real children through voice acting as well as their animation. They originated in 2018 and quickly gained over 1 million subscribers. They began to come under fire after their stories were clearly verbatim ripped off of Reddit, and then they began to post stories that could easily be proven untrue. People were obviously upset because these were supposed to be real stories for people to connect with, but they were literally just being stolen or made up to make money. Suddenly, all of the channel's videos just disappeared, but the channel still exists. The videos haven't been completely removed, but they have all been privatized, which has led people to an interesting theory. People believe that they might be in some sort of legal battle, which is why the videos and the channel haven't been totally deleted. The parent company that owns Actually Happened has taken their logo off of their website when it used to be one of their most proud achievements. It is possible that they might be opening up a new channel and want to recycle the content, which is why they privated the videos, but as of right now, this is just all speculation. I'm not sure what actually happened to actually happened, but I hope that we find out soon.
Starting off this countdown, we have Chloe Couture. On February 13th of 2020, Chloe Fieldman, otherwise known as Chloe Couture on YouTube, announced that she'll be quitting YouTube. Chloe began YouTube when she was only 14 years old. Typically, she would make fashion and beauty related content. Later, it turned into more comedy type sketches. She has been on YouTube for about 9 years. Her channel has over 6 million subscribers, and honestly, I used to watch her all the time when I was younger. But she posted a video on her YouTube titled "Goodbye YouTube and Thank You." In the video she said, and I quote, "This is my official goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye to Chloe Couture, to making videos every week." She then proceeded to say that she was getting tired of hustling to make videos, and she said that she was struggled with having to constantly come up with ideas, then edit it, and then post it all. She said that she just can't live that life anymore. She continued on saying that she was so burnt out and at her breaking point. So she decided to make the decision to step away from YouTube and focus on herself and music. All right, over to you, Joss.
Up next, number 9, we have Jacksepticeye. Before I get into this one, make sure you guys leave a like on this video because it really helps us out. In a New Year's resolution video he shared last month, the famous YouTuber talked about why he was considering quitting the platform in 2020 and what his goals are for 2021. So it's still a little bit up in the air on if he will be officially quitting this year or not. In his video, he explained that he was thinking of leaving YouTube for good due to some difficulties and stress that he faced in 2020. He actually took a break from YouTube in July of 2020, and when he came back, he announced he would be cutting back on his video schedule because it was just too physically and mentally draining. He was posting 2 videos a day at the time, and now he posts just a few times a week, if that. Cutting back on videos that drastically and thinking about quitting, that is not too promising for 2021. He also admitted in his video that if he did quit his channel and it died down, he would be perfectly content.
In our 8th spot, we have Lord DIY. 27-year-old Lauren, better known by Lord DIY on YouTube, announced in a video on December 20th of 2020 that she'll be taking a break from YouTube. She revealed this news in the video titled "Goodbye for Now." In the video, she said, and I quote, "I'm going to be taking a break from this channel. I feel like I've had bits and pieces pieces of this conversation over on the vlog channel, in the podcast, and even here and there within the videos of this channel. She continued on saying, "To be honest, I feel a lot of pressure to create a certain style or type of content here, and I just need to take some time to reevaluate the perspective and the mindset that I have towards this channel." Her channel is over 9 years old, and she's not the same person she once was 9 years ago. So on this break, it seems like Lauren is going to come up with a way to reinvent the channel. As for how long the break will be, well, as I'm currently filming this, we truly don't know. But in the video, she hinted it may be months.
Moving on to number 7, we have Ricky Dillon. The internet star actually quit YouTube last year and opened up about his departure in a video called Why I Left YouTube. He revealed that he decided to take a step back from filming and uploading on his personal channel so that he could make money as a freelance editor for YouTube stars like Ethan and Grayson Dolan. He explained that he was having financial troubles and he just needed something that was more financially stable. We've all been there. He ended up posting again on his channel later down the road, but not the same as he did before. And when it comes to 2021, his channel doesn't really exist. It's there, but he doesn't really post on it. The only thing in 2021 is a trumpet cover to the song Driver's License that he posted a few weeks ago. And the video only got 11K, which is nothing compared to what he used to get. So we're not really sure if he will keep trying this year or if this really is it.
Making our way down the list at number 6, we have Alex Wasabi, who, fun fact, we met at Playlist Live last year. But I guess he won't be attending other YouTube-related events. Alex Wasabi announced on December 31st of 2020 that he is leaving YouTube. In a video titled, "Thanks for the last 15 years, goodbye," he announces his break from the platform after being on it for, 15 years. Alex Wasabi, the face of the channel Wasabi Productions, said he needs to take time in order to focus on himself and the direction he wants to go with his channel. Sounds a lot like Lore DIY, just saying. He also admitted that the reason for his break was because he was feeling burnt out. In the video he said, and I quote, "I feel less creative. I don't have the same urge to create that I used to." He went on to say, "I want to take a break to just be myself and figure out who I am and what I want to do with this channel. And even if I want to be a YouTube creator anymore." Honestly, fans are hoping that it's just a break, but he may have left YouTube for good. At the end of the video he said, "This might be the last time I ever say it." And then he proceeded to say his outro. Honestly, I don't watch his videos, but I watched his goodbye video and it legit made me tear up. So, alright, let's move back to Joss.
Halfway through our list, number 5 is Liza Koshy. 2020 was a tough year for her after she faced a ton of backlash for old videos that resurfaced 4 years later. A few videos came back to haunt her from 2016, showing her and her then boyfriend David Dobrik mocking Japanese accents. In response to the controversy, she posted a statement to her Instagram and her YouTube page apologizing for her past actions. Ever since then, her YouTube career hasn't been the same. People started noticing that she was more quiet on YouTube, and it seemed that she had either taken a break or decided to quit and just didn't tell anyone about it. In the last year, there are about 12 videos total on her page, making that about 1 video a month. She used to post daily, and YouTube was a full-time gig for her. It seems that YouTube is no longer where her focus is, and fans still aren't sure if they will be seeing her on the platform or not in 2021. Since the new year started, there are just 3 videos on her page in 2021, so we will just have to wait and see. Not looking too good though.
And at number 4 we have Shane Dawson. Oh boy, 2020 was just filled with scandal for Shane Dawson. From problematic videos and tweets from his past resurfacing online, to big name celebrities and YouTubers calling him out. 2020 was not his year. He got exposed for blackface, using racial slurs, being discriminatory to people with disabilities, and making very, very inappropriate jokes about serious issues. In the end, his long list of scandals pushed him into quitting YouTube. On top of it all, YouTube confirmed that they stopped letting Shane make money from ads on his 3 channels. So I mean, what's the sense of coming back to YouTube if he isn't gonna make money off his videos, right?
In the number 3 spot is the Dolan twins. If you haven't heard of them, they are 21-year-old identical twins who took over the YouTube world in the past few years. Fans got used to seeing them upload every day, but they have announced in the past that they would be taking a break because they felt like they were just losing their creativity for the channel. In the past, they said they were not moving on from YouTube, but that they just needed a break. break. So fans were shocked when they recently revealed that they'd be leaving the platform for good on January 14th, 2021. The twins also have a podcast called Deeper with the Dolan Twins, and in a recent episode, they titled it, "We're Moving On from YouTube," and they thanked their fans for all their support. They explained that they would continue to post their podcasts every week, which actually has a separate YouTube channel, but that they want to move on from their Dolan Twins channel and work on more challenging projects. I mean, they're 21, they're young, you know? They've got a long career ahead of them. Time to break free. Fly, little birdies.
In our second spot, we have Jenna Marbles. Fans and YouTubers were shocked and heartbroken when Jenna Marbles announced that she was leaving YouTube. Jenna is considered one of the pioneers of YouTube, being on the platform for around 10 years. However, she has made the painful decision to leave the platform after people have attacked her for her past controversial videos. On June 25th, 2020, Jenna Marbles posted a video on her channel titled "A Message." In this 11-minute video, Jenna apologizes for her past videos, claiming it was never her intention to hurt anyone. She goes on to say that she has now privated most of her old content that she believes is offensive and will hurt people. Throughout this video, she exposes herself and some of her old offensive videos. Many fans have sent her tweets saying that she is unproblematic, but Jenna felt that that statement was wrong. She admits that she has done problematic things in the past and it's eating her up inside. In her closing words in the video, she says, and I quote, "I'm just here to have a good time, and I don't think I'm having a good time. So for now, I just can't exist on this channel."
Earning the number 1 spot is FaZe Banks. When the legendary YouTuber revealed he was leaving in 2020, fans were both shocked and devastated. When he announced his departure, he even admitted that he may never return to YouTube again. He rose to fame on YouTube all the way back in 2011 for a series of Call of Duty highlight videos. Then he turned towards the entertainer style and started posting vlog videos. He hasn't posted anything on his channel in over a year, and there were rumors saying that he might be coming back in 2021. Obviously, fans took this information and ran with it, but he has put these rumors to some kind of rest. When he was asked about it, he says that he has no plans at all to make a return. So some fans probably got it in their head that he was coming back this year, and it might have felt like he just quit all over again because he is not coming back. So he says.
Coming in at number 10, Alexis Sharkey. Alexis Sharkey was an Instagram influencer and Monat mentor who moved to Houston, Texas in January of 2020. In November of last year, after a trip to Mexico, friends and family began to get worried when they hadn't heard from her. Alexis was officially reported missing on November 27th, and the last time she was seen was when she left her house after having an argument with her husband. Of course, people were searching and trying to figure out where Alexis was, but no one was able to locate her. Shortly after this, an employee from the city of Houston was driving and saw some feet sticking out of the bush. This worker, of course, called the authorities, and when they arrived on the scene, they were able to confirm that they had sadly found Alexis, but she had passed away. Since this discovery, there has been, of course, plenty of speculation around what may have happened. Authorities have been able to confirm her cause of death, and the case has gone from missing person case to an investigation and to search for the person who took Alexis's life. Many speculate her husband, but there hasn't been any proof of that to release to the public. Hopefully soon we will have the answers as to what really happened to Alexis so the family can receive the closure they deserve. In our number 9 spot today, we have Ready Set Glamour. Ready Set Glamour was a beauty guru and YouTuber who totally disappeared from social media a few years ago. Her fans were already wondering where she went and what had happened to her, but when the entire channel closed, it only made people more worried. You guys know how these things go, and of course her fans began swirling rumors of what happened and where she went. I don't have any concrete answers, but there are 2 main theories. The first is that she felt as though she needed to take time off because she was apparently pregnant. This is of course totally reasonable that she would want to focus on her growing family, and maybe what was supposed to be a break just naturally turned into a decision to leave the spotlight entirely. The other theory is that she may have been going through a divorce at the time and needed to focus on herself. This is of course another perfectly reasonable explanation that we can definitely all understand, especially if she was also pregnant at the time. I wish I had a solid answer for you guys, but I also totally respect her privacy. Wherever she is, I hope she is doing well and that she is happy. Before I dive into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video so far, because it really helps us out. A person was a YouTuber who posted just a bunch of everyday videos that were kind of vlog style, many of which featured his very cute dog or other members of his family.
His frequent uploads became quite a bit less frequent before he stopped posting altogether in late 2016. Because of the fact that there weren't any other social media linked to his account, his disappearance from the platform left a lot of people wondering what could have happened to him, as there were limited resources to figure that out. Some people speculated that he may have just decided he didn't want to make videos anymore, but some were worried something worse had happened, especially since one of his last videos was about how he thought a ghost was following him. Unfortunately, I don't have a concrete answer for what exactly happened, but the good news is that I am pretty sure I know where he went. It seems as though the YouTuber Matt Ophelia is a person. This is kind of weird considering the account of Matt Ophelia was made long before a person, but the two people on both accounts look very similar, which leads me to believe that this is the same person.
In our number 7 spot today we have I Will Bot. I Will Bot was a YouTube account that featured the pianist Will Ting, and I know everyone's gonna be like, she said penis. And it basically just consisted of a ton of piano videos and covers. Will was well loved by his fans and subscribers, so they were rightfully all a little sad when his uploads became less frequent before they just stopped altogether in 2015. The good news for a while was that he continued to post on his Instagram, but even that account hasn't seen a post since 2018, so where could he have gone? I unfortunately am not really sure what exactly happened or where he went, but there is a lot of speculation. I think the most common theory, and the one that I'm hoping for, is that his regular life just got too busy to continue his social media presence, or perhaps he just lost his passion for creating content. Whatever really happened, wherever Will is, I hope that he is doing well.
Next up at number 6 we have Jessica Stein. Jessica Stein is an Instagram model from Australia who has left fans extremely worried. Jessica, who goes by the Instagram name Tula Vintage, stopped uploading after she posted it in January of 2020. Her final post, which came over a year ago, was to do with the Australian fires, which, as we now know, were just the beginning of an extremely tumultuous year globally. Jessica was known for her photos of her traveling the world in beautiful designer clothes, and she was one of the first influencers who made her living solely from sponsored posting, so it was of course very strange when she stopped posting altogether. Still, in March of 2021, we haven't had an update from her or anyone in the family, which has left many people guessing. Jessica has a beautiful young daughter named Rumi who suffers from an extremely rare chromosome disorder. Apparently, it's so rare that only 10 living people have ever been diagnosed with it, because it usually causes a miscarriage before the baby can be born. Many people believe that Rumi and her health struggles might be the reason Jessica is off social media. It is entirely possible that maybe she just needed more time to focus on her daughter, and I think that is something we can all understand and appreciate. I hope one day Jessica gives us all an update so we can hear how both her and Rumi are doing, and I truly am wishing them all the best.
In our number 5 spot today we have Wang Zion Zheng. Wang was an influencer, environmentalist, and explorer who was dubbed as the Tibetan Adventurer, but he was also well known as Glacier Bro. Wang first got into his travels after seeing a tourism video for a snow-capped mountain, and since then he visited tons and tons of glaciers where he took videos and photos, which he of course posted on his social media accounts so everyone could come on his journeys with him. Wang even spoke at the UN Climate Change Conference a few years ago when he detailed his first-hand accounts of the quickly melting glaciers. On December 20th of 2020, Wang was exploring a glacial waterfall when he disappeared. Unfortunately, it seemed as though he must have fallen into the rushing icy water, where he most likely got trapped under a sheet of ice on the surface of the water. Wang was pretty quickly presumed dead because of the nature of his disappearance, but of course authorities and family and friends continued to search in hopes of some sort of closure. On March 18th, just a few days ago from the time we are filming this video, authorities ended up finding a body that they believe belongs to Wang. They have not yet confirmed the identity, but it is sadly most likely him. After Wang's disappearance, his brother posted on his social media accounts saying, "My brother lies forever in his favorite waterfall. For all of his life he was obsessed with glaciers and gave his life to the glaciers. This is the best resting place for him."
Alright, coming in at number 4 we have Nikki Donnelly. Nikki Donnelly was a woman from Toronto who was known for documenting her travels experiences on Instagram. Earlier this year, Nikki was hiking a mountain trail just north of Vancouver when she went missing. Nikki was known to go on these adventures by herself, so it wasn't unusual that she was alone when she disappeared. Before going missing, she had posted about reaching the summit of the mountain, but was on her way back down where things went awry. Nikki actually called a friend to explain that she was lost, as she had strayed from the trail on her way down. This friend quickly contacted a search and rescue team team, but Nikki's call came at 3:20 p.m., which meant that nightfall was quickly approaching, and this happened in the winter, so of course with nighttime comes some bitterly cold Canadian weather and a lot of snow, which made the rescue team's night vision equipment less than efficient. Despite the rescue team's best efforts, Nikki wasn't found until the next morning, and by that time she had unfortunately passed away. Nikki is remembered as a very bright spirit and someone who was welcoming and warm to every person she encountered.
In our number 3 spot today, we have Lim Ji-hyun. Lim was a North Korean soldier who risked her life to escape her country and live a free life. This was in 2014, and she was 23 at the time and ended up in Seoul, South Korea, where she began her social media career. She was funny and extremely likable in her videos, where she detailed both her past life along with her more current adventures. She was also known to speak out about her previous life and what living in North Korea was like for her. In April of 2017, on her 26th birthday, she wrote on her blog, "This is possibly the happiest birthday of my life. Thank you to all the fans who love me. You give me the courage to keep speaking out." Shortly after this day, Lim disappeared. Her social media accounts stopped seeing their frequent uploads, and at first her friends thought she had just gone on some kind of a shopping trip, but when she didn't return for quite some time, they contacted the authorities. Because of the nature of her escape from North Korea and the fact that she had a large platform where she discussed the issues that the country faced, the missing persons case was considered very serious. 3 months after her disappearance, however, Lim was seen in a video that was posted to a North Korean propaganda site that is run by the government. In the video, she looked incredibly different, and she tearfully explained that she had left South Korea on her own accord, and between this video and the 2 others that were posted, she called herself human garbage and begged for forgiveness from Kim Jong-un. This is obviously all extremely suspicious, and unfortunately Lim has not been heard from since, which has of course left many people wondering what really happened here.
Coming in at number 2, Adriana Murrieta. In November of 2020, Instagram model Adriana Murrieta was reported missing by her family after she had flown to Guadalajara, Mexico. A search of course was quickly started, and it took a few days for the authorities to find anything. Eventually, however, authorities found Adriana, but she had very sadly passed away. The circumstances surrounding her death have been very suspicious from the get-go, and it was clear to authorities that foul play was definitely involved. There has been plenty of review of different surveillance cameras that she was caught on in an attempt to figure out what exactly happened to her, but as far as we know, there haven't been any charges laid in connection to this crime. The last time she was seen was when she was getting into the car that was picking her up from the airport after her flight. She apparently knew the driver of the vehicle, but I am not sure who this driver was or if they are a suspect. I hope one day we get to hear a conclusion of this story so that her family can receive closure, and because whoever committed this horrible crime most definitely needs to be brought to justice.
In our number 1 spot today, we have Karina Karaglanova. Karina was a Russian travel blogger who had a large Instagram following, where she took her followers along with her on her very lavish adventures. In 2019, Karina's family reported her missing after they were unable to get a hold of her for quite some time. The landlord of Karina was contacted, and the family asked to search her apartment. Eventually, however, they did locate the body of Karina, and it was the worst news that they never expected to receive. Unfortunately, someone had taken her life, and there are some pretty gruesome and horrifying details surrounding that. An investigation was immediately launched to figure out what exactly happened and who did this. While I'm not exactly sure what conclusion this story has, the last updates I was able to find came from 2019, when authorities released very little details about the prime suspect in the case. They never disclosed his identity, but they said he was a 33-year-old acquaintance who had grown jealous after learning Karina planned to go on a holiday with another man. I'm not sure if he ended up being arrested and charged with the crime or not, but I hope one day we get a solid conclusion to this story.